good Monday evening. It is Weather for Weather Geeks time on the 24th day of May, 2021. We did it. We finally got a little bit of rain over the last 24 hours, and I do mean a little bit. Officially at the Youngstown Warren Airport last evening, we picked up .02. We had another 2/100ths of an inch today for a whopping 4/100ths of an inch of rain, but this does break our May dry streak at 12 consecutive days. If you remember last week, I told you the May record is 17 consecutive days, so we didn't come close to that record, but it was a long, dry stretch, and for the month, we're almost at exactly average, all because we got so much rain back on Mother's Day. If it were not for this cold and wet Mother's Day that we had, we'd be running quite a rainfall deficit in the month of May. Nonetheless, we need some more rain. It's getting kind of dry once again after plentiful rain in April and early May. We started the day with a few scattered showers. We had a midday break, and then showers kind of re-emerged this afternoon. These have since faded away. Our radar is not loading all that quickly this evening, but yeah, trust me, as of this recording, the rain is gone. And actually, after a fairly cloudy morning and midday, the clouds are thinning. It's going to be a nice sunset this evening, and a partly cloudy sky will be the rule as we head through the overnight. Once again, much like the last several days, all the action is out across the front range of the Rockies, into the high plains states. Tornado watch in parts of Kansas. Severe thunderstorm watch in the panhandle of Texas, Lubbock to Amarillo. And then in the Pacific Northwest, this is a chilly and unsettled pattern with rain showers and temperatures late afternoon in Seattle, 59, 60 in Portland, 66 in Boise. Why am I showing you this? Well, this is the cooler air mass that's going to come across the country and has implications for us, certainly starting on Wednesday. Speaking of Wednesday morning, partial lunar eclipse will occur. Now, that's kind of exciting, right? Well, this is, as I put on social media earlier, this is just kind of for the diehards. If you happen to be up at 5:50 in the morning, Wednesday morning, and you have a clear view of the western horizon at your location, it's worth checking out. But otherwise, I'm not going to set an alarm for this. This partial eclipse will be a much bigger deal. In fact, it'll be a total lunar eclipse in parts of the western United States. For us, kind of the left-hand limb of the moon will be briefly covered by the Earth, but this is almost at moonset and sunrise, right around 5:50, 5:55 Wednesday morning. The moon will be very low on the horizon, again, just about to set on the western horizon. So this is not going to be a spectacular show or anything, but again, if you happen to be up and there are no clouds over your location and you have a clear view of the western horizon, check it out. Otherwise, this is one to not worry about. All right, tomorrow is going to be back to mid-July. We did middle 80s yesterday. Today was a little bit cooler. Still muggy today, but a little cooler. We're right back to the upper 80s, though, for our Tuesday. Weak disturbance might kick up a shower or a storm east of I-79, especially out in central and west central PA. I think the vast majority of our area is going to be dry on Tuesday. Temperatures off to the races. Let's talk about Wednesday's forecast. We will be very warm and muggy again Wednesday. Dew points mostly upper 50s and 60s. Temperatures before any rain arrives will probably spike into the lower 80s. We have instability Wednesday. We don't have a tremendous amount of wind shear. We don't have great atmospheric dynamics. That's a word you oftentimes hear us say when we're talking about severe weather threats. But we do have a cold front approaching at a favorable time of the day with decent instability. And so not only will there be a general thunderstorm threat, there is going to be a risk of some of these storms getting a little bit stronger, even a low-end severe weather threat with these. The threat will be over by early evening, and then a little slice of nice on Thursday before rain pushes back in with this system on Friday. Now, when I last worked a few days ago on Friday, there was no hint of this coming. The modeling really changed its tune over the weekend, not only bringing some rain for Friday, but much cooler air for Friday as well. So, not a great day coming up on Friday. But yeah, right now the SPC, Storm Prediction Center, does have our area outlined in the low-end risk of severe weather, 1 on a 1 to 5 scale. I've gotten a lot of questions on Facebook and Twitter. Hey, what are the chances of them upgrading to a slight risk? I get those questions every time we're in a low-end 1 out of 5 risk. Categories can always change. In this particular situation, I could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised if the SPC with tonight's update carves out a slight risk somewhere, maybe in northeast Ohio, northern PA, parts of New York State especially. I think the best atmospheric dynamics are more like up here. But I wouldn't be surprised if they upped a category up to, or upped us a category up to a slight risk, 2 out of 5, in parts of northeast Ohio, northwest PA, for Wednesday. Either way, the impacts will be about the same. We have not had severe weather in most of our area yet this spring. In fact, the Cleveland National Weather Service office has issued 0 severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings so far this spring. So we're a little out of practice. It's a good idea with the threat for some rowdy storms on Wednesday. It's a good idea to remember what your plan is in case severe weather does threaten on Wednesday. I think the main window for any severe thunderstorms would be mid to late afternoon. We might see a shower and storm around the area as early as midday, lunchtime-ish on Wednesday. But if we get a storm that has the capability of producing a damaging wind gust, I think it's more likely late afternoon and early evening. The threat should wind down by about 7:30 at the latest. I'm actually somewhat optimistic that we'll be able to get in the Scrappers home opener at Eastwood Field Wednesday evening, maybe on a delay, but I don't think it would be a postponement because, again, I think the rain's pretty much out of here by about 7 or so. The dew points stay elevated for the next couple of days, but the story at the end of the weekend will not be the humidity. We've had some pretty hot Memorial Day weekends in the last handful of years. This will not be one of them. In fact, overall, the weekend forecast will be pretty good. If we get wet over the course of that 3-day holiday weekend, it's going to be Saturday, probably Saturday morning. With that system kind of slowing down as it approaches the East Coast, it might throw a little residual moisture back our way, and we might have a couple of showers or some drizzle Saturday, especially in the morning. And this will be easily the coolest part of the weekend. We're much more seasonable by Sunday. And then for Memorial Day itself, seasonable, pleasant. Right now, no chance of rain in the forecast. Mid-70s for Memorial Day, 1 week from today on May the 31st. So we're not going to see upper 80s and 90s on Memorial Day like we've seen in some of our recent Memorial Day holidays. Thank you for watching the Monday Night Weather for Weather Geeks video. I'll be keeping an eye on the models this evening and have an update on the severe weather threat on Wednesday, coming up tonight on 21 News at 11. And you bet tomorrow on Tuesday, we'll take another deep dive into Wednesday's weather, a look at Friday's rain, the weekend forecast, and much, much more.